Hey, good morning. It's Gary, otherwise known as the Garden Doc in EarthBox circles, and I hadn't made a replant video in a bit, and so I thought today would be a good day to do that. I was going to be transplanting tomato plants last weekend, but then tropical storm Gordon kind of got in the way, and we had, there was other fish to fry. But what I'll do today is just show you how I go about redoing a box, from the summer season to the fall season. This works with, anytime you're planting your earth boxes. This morning I've got 21 boxes I'm going to do. We're not going to watch all 21. We're just going to go through the steps I go through to replant one box, and then we'll let you guys go and get after your boxes too. So anyway, so let me change the view here a little bit and come down to the box. Let's see here. I want to do that box. It's humid. My glasses are fogging up a little bit, so bear with me here. Okay, there we go. We see the box. It's left over from the summer season and needs to be replanted. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the irrigation out of the way. We'll put that back in when it's time to take care of that. I'm going to pull the cover off, and I use I'm using a little bit of a different cover. It's a it's a black and white row cover that I'm using, and tying the corners and stretching it over the box works pretty well for my purposes. So we'll come back to the box, and we can see I've basically cleaned it out pretty good. Go through here, and I always do the across the little ways fertilizer placement. I don't, for tomatoes. I don't go long ways. I go this way. So, but one of the first things that you're going to want to do is maybe, let me see if I can zoom. I can't zoom in from this. So sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and take some dolomite. I'm going to take a cup. I always 2 cups in the spring. In the fall, I always just do 1 cup. But there's always dolomite going into the boxes when it's replant time. Now, one of the things I like to use are one of these Black & Decker little little electric battery operated tillers. These work really well in the earth box. Things I like about it is it goes ahead and it saves my back. So do that. I'm gonna kind of smooth it out. Now, typically in the spring, I'll go ahead and replenish the mix, but in the fall, I generally don't do that. It's more of a time saver. So we've got the dolomite mixed in. Next thing I'm going to do is, we talk about putting the fertilizer strip in. Well, we came up with this apparatus. If you're putting the fertilizer strip in, this makes the trench for you. And so you can press it down into the mix that way, or you can take the ends off, and it does the crossways like that. Obviously, I don't have it measured exactly right, but it's a lot easier than coming through and using your hand. Going to go ahead and put, this is 10-10-10. I'm only going to put about a half a cup in there. I like to keep the fertilization a little bit on the lean side when we're looking at this, because you can always add more, and because we're going to be using the calcium nitrate snack, it works very well for that. I'm going to go ahead and reuse this cover and stretch that back over. Now you notice I've got 2 holes here from the summer crop. I'm only going to use one. I'm only going to plant one in this this fall, and I'll cover the 1 hole up I don't use. Now when we're looking at planting a tomato, and here we're going to go ahead. These are in 4-inch cups, and these are I've got a variety that I bought at the garden center. These are Husky Cherry Reds cherry tomato, but it's got a a pretty substantial root ball to it. In the past, I've used like a bulb planter to go ahead and punch a hole out and drop the plant in. But I came across this past year a little device called a MaxBit. And this is, if you're interested, maxbit.com, manufactured here in Mississippi, in Tupelo. But what you do with this, and put it down into the spot you want, it creates a perfect planting hole. And then we're just going to go ahead and drop that tomato plant in. I'm going to go ahead and hook my irrigation system back up, and really that's all there is as far as going ahead and doing a quick replant of these boxes. Pretty easy. It's important to put the dolomite in when you're redoing it. Put your fertilizer strip in. Think about using the snack as we go through the season. But you can see you can do this fairly quickly, under 5 minutes per box. Don't have to dump them out. Reuse the covers if you can. And anyways, well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and do the other 20 boxes I have here. And thanks for watching. Send me ideas at the EarthBox forum, and personal message me. You can just go ahead and post topics. I read that the forum every day. I help moderate that. If you got ideas, questions, send them my way. I'll do my best to answer them. And well, all I can say is happy EarthBox gardening.